Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Bitcoin, where we onboard the masses 5 minutes at a time so you don't have to. All right, guys, it's been a minute since I've been on the channel and I haven't made a video. I think the last time I made a video, well, we certainly weren't 52% down from the all-time high, I can tell you that. Today, we're going to speak a little bit about why Bitcoin is down. And then at the very end, we'll go over some technical analysis. Very, like for 10 seconds, I'm going to tell you about technical analysis at the very end of the video. But for the bulk of the video, we're going to talk about fundamentals and macro and what's going on and why. All right. So, number one, retail is non-existent. Retail is gone. When I say retail, that's average Joe buyer. They're gone. They can't afford Bitcoin. They're trying to make their F-150 payments and feed their kids. We also call the retail exit liquidity. They're gone. All right. On-chain analysis it's a fact that there is no retail. Very little retail. 2, oil, the war, the Straits of Hormuz. Guys, if you don't realize that the petrodollar is being sidestepped with Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just the analysis are showing that China and others are buying oil with Bitcoin. So essentially, Bitcoin is being sold for oil. It's that simple. 3, ETF panic. Guys, the ETFs are not the same buyer that you and I are. They don't care about the fundamentals. They don't care about the ethos. They don't care about the use case. The ETF players are here today, gone tomorrow flippers. They're traders. And so when panic sets in, through the mostly mainstream media, letting on these media darlings that come on their shows and say things like Bitcoin has lost the plot. A lot of the ETF people give those billionaires who, by the way, are, they made their billions in the legacy system. What's their incentive for changing systems? You got to think about that. That's common sense. You get a billionaire on TV who really doesn't understand Bitcoin, and he says a catchphrase, it's lost the plot. Let me rephrase what he means to say. Bitcoin has not lost the plot. Institutional adoption, the type of institutions that we don't really want in Bitcoin, are changing the script. Bitcoin hasn't lost the plot. Way back in the early days when we all wanted institutional adoption, these aren't the type of institutions we wanted. And in fact, that is kind of an oxymoron. We really didn't want institutional adoption because if you really understand Bitcoin, Bitcoin doesn't need institutional adoption. Bitcoin disrupts the system so that the institutions are forced to adopt it, not bastardize it with ETFs and rehypothecation and paper Bitcoin and leveraged funds and high yield schemes. That's not what we wanted. We wanted, banks around the world to see the light. Well, it's happening, but first we got to go through the pain of these guys that are trying to pick every little piece of meat off the bone they can, and they're very good at it. So it's a wealth transfer in Bitcoin through the ETFs and other investment vehicles. I won't go into too many details, but that's what it is. Number 4, AI stocks are sucking liquidity out of everything, not just Bitcoin, but everything. So if you're a tourist here watching the video, which I don't understand why you would be, if you're considering dumping your Bitcoin at a loss, which 50% of you will do, and going all in here at the top of the AI chart, go for it. Now, let's talk about, very briefly, just a few seconds, let's talk about the TA, the technical analysis. All right, guys, very simple. The fear and greed index shows that we're in extreme fear, aka the buying zone. Guys, if you got anything out of the video this time, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing, and tap that little bell for future updates. My name is Frederick Mann. This is 5 Minute Bitcoin, and I would like to remind you to hodl your Bitcoin, dollar cost average, and self-custody your Bitcoin. God bless you.